Thank you. Councillor Cote.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation. I think anyone who's spent any time around the new Skytrain Station has seen the disruption that the moving of the buses has caused, and certainly I do have some concern that this disruption is making transit use less friendly in our community, which is certainly not what this council has in mind. I recognize that there are a lot of challenges, and it's something that staff has been working on. It is actually an issue that hasn't come to the council's table, but I was wondering if the Director of Engineering could maybe provide a little bit of discussion as to what staff is working on, and even let council know when we may be giving some more information on this.
Mr. Lowry.
Thank you, Worship, through the Chair. Yes, thank you. Staff are very much aware of the problems in and around the new Westminster Skytrain Station that's been experienced in the last little while. We are working with TransLink officials very closely, and we hope to have a solution. There's a number of solutions, and as Mr. Laird could appreciate it, it's a fairly complex problem. There's a multitude of routes originating and destined for that station. There's in addition to the Coast Mountain buses, there's also the community shuttle buses. There's taxis, a taxi zone. There's pedestrian drop-off zones. So it's a very busy area to begin with, and it's a fairly complex system. So we're certainly pleased to take Mr. Laird's presentation. If he has a copy, I'd love to take it with me.
Along with this video I mentioned about the dangerous situation. Yeah,
and
NWEP.ca.
Okay, and we expect to be bringing this forward to Council via the Neighbourhood Traffic Advisory Committee, hopefully next meeting, so probably sometime in March.
Thank you. Are you finished, Mr. Cote? Yes. Councillor Harper.
Thank you, Your Worship. Thank you, Matthew, for bringing this forward. We have talked about this a few times in the Traffic Committee. I know you're just brand new to the Traffic Committee, and even the original plans when the, I think they call it the Azure 88 site on the construction project there that is forcing this whole reconfiguration there, which is turning out to be I don't know, a problem. I mean, I've heard lots of people talk about the issues of, having to move the bus station from one location to another, and the whole issues of lighting, for instance, has come to the fore. But you've brought forward this whole issue of the bus shelters, which I didn't realize those bus shelters were. That
was actually at the meeting 2 meetings ago. That was mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know why those bus shelters just can't be installed temporarily in the current locations.
With all due respect to staff, and I know they're very overworked, and I understand that, but how many months pre-planning was there or notice was there about this relocation that proper planning couldn't have occurred so that we don't have this dangerous situation is the question.
I'm not sure. You're going to have to ask the staff that answer that question about the pre-planning time, but I think for us as a traffic committee, we are looking at it. I think the staff has quite clearly been looking at it as well, and we need a solution. And the barrier for some people seems to be the main solution because it forces people not to run across the street. We even have cabs that do U-E's on that street, right? And that's dangerous, right? And I mean, without having a police officer sit out there and patrol the street on a regular basis, that stuff is going to continue to happen.
Unfortunately, the barrier would treat the pedestrians as the problem rather than the traffic as the problem.
I understand that, but there's also an issue of people's safety, and the safety is the prime issue here, right? So I just want to thank you for bringing that forward, but it is being worked on.
Thank you. Councillor McIntosh.
Yes, I've been down there. Yes, I've seen the pedestrians and I've seen near misses. I believe this is such a significant issue. I don't believe it needs to go through a committee. I think it needs to come directly to council, because advisory committees only advise council. So council can make a decision without it going to the committee for a third time, because it's already been there twice.
It's been mentioned there twice, and,
yeah.
And as a member of that committee, I would say yes.
Okay, it's my turn to talk.
Sorry.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. So anyhow, when we started getting all these emails, I sent an email off to the director of engineering, and he gave me, some replies. I don't know if the police have been doing any enforcement. That was something I asked. But we don't just have one police service that should be involved in that area. This is a transit issue, because the riders are coming off of Skytrain, they're running across the street to get onto a bus. So there is a police service called GVTAPS, Greater Vancouver Regional Transit Police. I don't know if they've been advised that this is a major safety issue that they should also be addressing. That was, I think, a last email I sent to the director because I didn't, we send these emails back and forth. I didn't get a reply yet for that one. The bus shelters, obviously that's an issue if they're sitting idle and they should be used. Mackenzie Street, when I was down there walking around last week a few times, I thought, you know what, this is really, you've brought up about the pavement being rutted. Well, we just gave up a whole pile of parking meters. So what revenue did the city lose to allow what the configuration is now? So every time you turn around, it is costing this city money. Lots of meters were used for that. So I think we need a report back to council, and that's sort of my bottom line. Thank you.
Time is an issue on this
I
because
know.
of the urgency of someone will get hit there. And
I've
so
been
that-
there.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't disagree with you. I
No,
totally
I'm saying
agree.
This is
Yes.
great that you're saying this. This is
Yes.
fantastic.
I'm not, yeah.
Thank-
And
Thank-
so all those people who keep sending us emails telling us to reconsider, we hadn't even had it to consider. So you need to make sure that it's clear that this council had not been advised of all these issues. We can see the issues, but we had not been advised.
I'm aware of that. yeah.
Thank you.
Councillor Osterman.
Thank you. Well, Matthew, I'm trying to clarify who you're representing. You're
Mr.
the,
Environmental Partners?
okay, but you are the key traffic representative on the Traffic Advisory
I
Committee.
do sit in that position, yes.
Okay.
But I am representing New Westminster Environmental
Now,
Partners.
for the benefit of our audience, nobody has a clue who the New Westminster Environmental
We've
Partners
been here
are.
enough times.
But clarify your membership. Is it a non-for-profit group? How many people belong to it, when you meet, how you can join? So the benefit of us, we understand where you're coming from, please.
New Westminster Environmental Partners is a sustainability advocacy and education group that was established in New Westminster just over a year ago on the heels of Dr. David Suzuki visiting. Our latest membership numbers is we actually have 100 members, which for a New Westminster organization is, I'm told, fairly good. And our next meeting is actually tomorrow night at the police station at 7 o'clock at the community meeting room.
Very good, and that way the public know and can come. Thank you.
Thank you.